So, just to clarify something properly about the UIF maternity benefits applications, the law says 12 months. That is not an opinion. That is not an assumption. That is not based on your feelings. That is the legislation. That is the law. CNB community, welcome back to the channel and thank you so much for tuning in. If you are a mom, or you are about to submit an application for maternity benefit, or you have been rejected, wait, stick around. This is one video you do not want to miss, because at CNB Community Honeys, we do not just talk UIF, we are bringing it to life. So please do grab a piece of paper, a pen, and a cup of coffee. Let's get to work. According to the Unemployment Insurance Act 63 of 2001, specifically Section 24, an applicant has 12 months to submit an application for maternity benefit from the date the baby is born. And you can submit this application from the third trimester if you are terminated for maternity benefit by your employer, or you can submit it within 12 months after the birth of the child. Now, this is the official legal position, and the law did not say frozen in 2001. It was strengthened through the Unemployment Insurance Amendment Act 10 of 2016, which expanded Unemployment Insurance Fund protection and modernized several provisions of their system. Honeys, you do not want to go away. Please get another cup of coffee as I'm making myself one. Now, let's have a look at this one. These improvements were implemented into practice around the 1st of March 2018. And one of the most important shifts was this. The Unemployment Insurance Fund system became far more aligned with the actual employment reality, meaning that the people in learnership and internship were no longer automatically treated as the outside of the system. They were no longer excluded. They are now included. And this is the one that you need to bring forth to your employers, because some of them are saying, no, you are not included because you are still in internship or you are still on the learnership. That's a story for another day. Let's come back to this one. Now, because the principle became simple, if UIF contributions were deducted, then the UIF protection applies. Then come another expansion. How many cup of coffees did we have? Because I think on this one, you're going to need more than one. On 2018, November 27, the Labour Law Amendment Act 10, 2018 introduced a completely new benefit, and this is paternity benefit. That is, you were covered from 2018, and this officially came into operation on the 1st of November 2019, allowing the paternity benefit, adoption benefit, including the commission parental benefit, surrogacy to be exact. And a lot of you are sleeping on this benefit. So when you look at the evolution of the law, what you see is very, very clear. Let me understand this. The system has been expanded, not reduced, not restricted, expanded. Here comes the interesting part. Despite all this, some of the applicants in other provinces are still told you have 6 months to submit an application for maternity benefit, even though the law is very clear that you can still submit an application for maternity benefit within 12 months after the baby is born. But these ones are told you have 6 months. 6 months, not 12, 6 months. In fact, this has been brought to my attention, and the communication in some of the labor centers and the interactions, including the reference from the KZN office, which adds to the confusion between what is written in the law and what is being applied in practice. So now the question becomes, like, if the law clearly states 12 months, or you can submit an application within 12 months from the date of giving birth, and the amendments expanded inclusion and protection, where exactly is this 6 months rule coming from? Because on the new Amendment Act, the 6 months rule is not there. Instead, the one that is there and that is clearly stated is that an applicant can submit within 12 months from the date of giving birth. So what happens is this. In one office, your application is within time, quoting the 12 months rule. And in another office, KZN to be precise, and others that I did not mention, the same application is out of time, 6 months to be precise. Same law, same country, but different interpretation. Sifike kanjani vele la? Please, can somebody tell me this? While I'm getting another cup of coffee. Christina!
Aye.
Coffee! And then let's add another layer, because even categories like learnership and internships, which were often inconsistently treated before the improvements, are now generally assessed based on one principle: were UIF contributions made or not? If yes, protection applies. If not, then UIF does not apply. Simple principles and complex implementation. But sure, let's keep telling applicants that the system is simple. Here's the real question: simple for who? Trust me, this is the part you do not want to miss, because simplicity means something to someone else. Let me be clear on this. Stick around. Angithi niyakhumbula ukuthi earlier on I did say if you have submitted an application for maternity benefits, to be exact, and it was rejected because you were told you only had 6 months, but your application was actually submitted within 12 months. That is their legal period. That matter may require a review and correction. And this is where we come in CNP community to ensure that you are going to get what is rightfully yours. However, on this particular one, we only accepting applications, maternity to be precise, that were already submitted and you were rejected because you were told that you submitted, say, after 6 months, but the application was submitted within 12 months from the date the child was born. You need us on your corner. Because when legislation is applied incorrectly, contributors, mothers, you are losing your benefits that way rightfully yours. Do you know why, honey? It's because at CNP community, we don't just talk UIF. We are bringing it to life.